I don't know. Why is everybody so? I mean, that's not the only occupation that pays here. Why is everybody running into nursing? I mean,
Okay, tell
everybody.
us what's your occupation.
Because I just hear everybody screaming, if you're not a nurse, you don't have money in America. That's not true. I
Okay,
mean,
so what's
tech
your
is there.
occupation?
I work in an insurance firm, actually.
Mm.
Yes, I do.
But insurance does not make as much money as nursing.
Well, it depends. It
Okay.
depends. You go into it's a how will I put it? It's not blood money you're making. I mean, you go into a career to grow. If you're steady in your job and you're switching from one department to another, and you give yourself time to grow, you make money. You might not make
Uh,
as much as
a
um
nurse.
a nurse, but you have time for your family and your kids. To
Okay,
me, that's what
so
matters. I mean,
tell me about your typical day. What time do you start in the morning? What time do you close?
I start at
So
10.
how about 10 a.m.?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's nice. So that means you can take children to school and then still go to
Exactly.
work.
And I like that kind of life, where I can see my kids. That's what matters to me.
Then what time do you close?
9.
9 p.m.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, but I have like an hour and a half break in
Only
between. I take my break. Yeah, when my kids come back from school, and I work only 4 days, so that's okay for me.
you work only four
Yes,
days. Do you work from home?
yes, I do.
Okay, so you work from home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice then. But
So
that's a lot of hours. So that means you sit down for 11 hours.
mhm, meetings and all that. It's not boring anyways, because you do meetings in between, and you do. You can be working. It's convenient for me. You
Hmm.
cannot understand because you don't live here.
I can't. Oh, but you can explain it to me. So what
But I
does
have three
your
days off.
husband do? So
Um,
what are the 3 days of your Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
no,
long
I
weekend?
I have I have 2 days in between off. I have like Wednesdays and Thursdays off, and Sundays. So if my
So that
kids
means you
have
work.
any,
That means you work on Saturday.
yes, I work Saturdays.
Come on, that's hard. Oh. So how do you get to go to all the O and bears women like to go to?
I do. I go. I have my off days. I use my PTOs and go for my parties if I need to. I attend
Mm,
events if I need to. This is not Nigeria where they will make your. I mean, you go for your own one bears in Nigeria,
mm-hmm.
but at the same time, you might not really have time for your kids. Think about going to work by 8, by 7 in the morning, and being in all that traffic and coming back home. And some people in Nigeria, their kids don't get to see them at all.
I know. Did you live in Nigeria at all before you relocated?
Yes, I'm a,
Where in Nigeria?
I'm a first breed.
So you lived in Festac and worked where?
And I had the business in Nigeria actually.
And where was the business? Festac.
Yeah, in Festa.
So you lived and worked in Festac. So you can't be really complaining about Nigeria because I'm sure you worked at your pace.
Yes, I
What
did.
kind of business were you doing in Nigeria?
Boutique, clothings.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh, oh, okay. So how did you get into insurance?
Like when you come here, you have opportunities of pursuing your career now. You go to school, you do courses, you do a
What
lot.
did you
Not be
study in the
Nigeria will be
university in
say
Nigeria?
mass com.
Oh, okay. What school?
Mhm. I went to I did my diploma in Abuja before I moved to National Open University.
Did you finish?
Yes, I did.
Well, that's nice. You have quite a CV. So when you got to the US, you now started pursuing a career in insurance.
Yeah.
Who introduced you to insurance? Or why insurance? You're the first person I've met in a long time in America that is
Mhm.
into insurance.
Mm,
Why
I
insurance?
just wanted something that my kids can be seeing me. I didn't want to do nursing because I don't want to miss any part of my kids, growing. I
Mm.
want to be involved in their lives. So I don't need to be a nurse.
How many kids do you have?
3.
Now when you enter America, you don't born 3 children. That was quick. Did you have a set of twins?
No, no, I don't. They're all, all single kids.
Did you have any of them in Nigeria?
Yes, one. My little boy, my first son.
Oh, okay. So you and your husband now moved to America,
Yeah.
or you came to America, married somebody else, and have your second and third kids for the other
It's a
person?
long story. Leave that one aside.
You can share a bit of it. We're
No,
interested. We're all
no.
learning.
That's going too deep.
No, but I can tell you, I can just by your body language, I can tell that your first kid is not from your current husband.
Well, it's okay. Let's just leave it at that. That is, it
No
was
bad,
very nice
bro.
talking to you.
Oh yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Before I ask you
Now
questions,
me
I'll
go
put you
find
inside trouble.
trouble. Go click with you.
No, no, but it's okay. The conversation has been good. I've enjoyed talking to you, and I'm also learning a lot because normal when you hear woman in America,
Mhm.
first thing that comes to your mind is she's a nurse or
No, no, not in my case. I'm not freaked out about that. No, my kids
Mhm.
are just, it's what matters to me, and that's where I stand.
How can your kids? What about your husband? You're not saying anything about your husband. My kids, my kids, my
Oh yeah,
kids.
find husband for me now. You get.
You say you get
That
husband. Tell us the truth. Tell us the truth. Tell us.
if it's fine, no
People
whine
don't
me.
people don't they decode you say you no get husband.
That if it's fine, I beg if you get suit of, send am my way. I dey
And
available.
the problem na 3 children. No
Which
be suit of.
problem?
Suit of no the problem.
I leave that thing. No
Three
problem. No dey this one.
children.
Now me
Everybody say
find
you are not
trouble.
married. Are
Call
you
your
reading the
page.
comments?
Eh?
Read the comments. People are saying you are not married.
Are they available? Bring them on. Eh?
Okay, no problem.
Bring
So
them.
so let me say bye bye before we get into trouble.
Thank you. Yeah. Give me a emojis. That's what I came on your show for.
There's no real emojis. Now your G's now be the emojis we'll go use this night.
Oh, now me, you want use create content this night.
As you don't
It
enter
not go
our
work.
trap, as you don't enter our but let me ask you a question, and this is for the guys out there. Can you marry a woman with 3 kids?
Hmm.
You as a woman, can you marry a man with 3 kids?
I can. Yes.
As a woman with 1 kid,
Mm-hmm.
can you as a single woman at 28 with no children marry a man with 3 kids?
At 28 is already. Do you know what number 28 is?
Mm.
I will marry him. Oh.
Okay, 25, your peak.
No, 25. No, I will not.
So you two, you just used your mouth to say that when somebody don't get children, now bad market.
25 years old. Come on, and the freeze. That's going to be too much.
Okay,
25. 28
now
is
let me flip it.
28. I mean, the lady is more mature than 28.
Let me
But
flip it for
25.
you. Let me flip it for you. As a You have a brother.
Mm-hmm.
He's 35 years old,
Mm-hmm.
never had kids, never married,
Mm-hmm.
doing well in his career,
Mm-hmm.
earning upper 5 figures, upper 6 figures,
Mm-hmm.
450K a year.
Okay.
He now meets this woman that has 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Would you allow him to marry her?
Hmm.
Never been married before, fresh, top of his career, at a very good point in his life. Would you allow him to marry a woman with 3 kids? No be say a girl your own baby mama or no baby mama drama, nothing. Just a clean guy at 35, good looking, tall, great job. Or let's make it even more personal. Your son. Do you have a son? Yes, your
Yes.
firstborn is a son. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine your son is 35 years
See
old.
the silence.
has done very well in life.
Mhm.
Dean's List, finished from an Ivy League university where he went on scholarship. He's 35 years old, is earning $450,000 a year, which is a mad salary in the US, Abby.
Mhm.
Do you understand? And then he brings home a woman with 3 kids. Would you allow him to marry her as a mother? Hold on. This your silence has morning sickness. It is pregnant.
Oh, that one go hard, though. I swear. That one go hard, well.
So you see, um when if you are divorced
Mhm.
as a man or as a woman, your marketability
Mhm.
in marriage reduces. I don't know if you understand
I
what I'm saying.
do.
As a divorcee, normally you have like one child. Sorry, normally as a single person with no kids doing well in their career,
Mhm.
um, you can marry anyone. You're you're what they call a general donor or a
True.
general recipient. You
Mhm.
can marry anyone. The moment you are married and divorced, even without children,
Mhm.
it already reduces your potential for
Very
suitors.
true. Yes, it does.
Now, if you're a baby mama, you have one kid, it reduces your, whether you're a baby father or a
Mhm.
baby mother, it
Mhm.
reduces your, because yeah, you could get people to sleep with you all
Mhm.
day. That doesn't matter. You could have relationships, but when it now comes to marriage,
Huh. It's
it
different.
becomes very, very dicey. And why many men worry over single mothers or divorcees is a woman always puts her kids first.
True.
So a man is scared that why am I going into a relationship
Mhm.
where I'm going to be second to children that are not biologically mine?
He is. Yes.
When the children are biologically for both of
Mhm.
you, the man seems to understand that okay, women always put kids first. Me, I don't understand. I always make sure my wife puts me first. I'm the most important. And if I don't feel that from a woman, the marriage will get problem.
Mhm.
But not every woman can. Some most women have that mindset that my children, and even when they don't think about it, even when they say, "Oh, my husband comes first," in their action,
Mhm.
you understand? In their action, they go show say they always tilt towards their kids.
Well,
So that
in that case, most men don't really get the best of the best because the attention is going to be like 70-30.
now, here's what I'll tell you: a divorcee is better than a single mother
Mm.
in that regard, because a divorcee has been married before, and for her to leave a marriage, it means say her eyes see shaggy for that marriage. So when you marry a divorcee, the divorcee does not want to repeat the mistakes she made in her previous marriage.
True.
The
So she will
divorcee
give
does
him her
not.
all.
So
Right.
she's ready to, of course, she's not ready to sacrifice her kids, but
Mhm.
she's ready to put you before the kids
Right.
because she's coming from a bad place. But you see that baby mama, especially the one we don't do baby mama work for like 10 years.
OG.
Oh, she don't raise Pekin from 0 to 10 by herself. That Pekin
Mhm.
I be her husband.
I know.
So when a man comes in, the tendency for the man to always come second best
Mhm.
is very high. And here's now the problem. Here's now the problem. A man that is earning $450,000 can get any woman.
Of course.
Why does he want to get the one that will make him second best? It's like going into Mercedes Benz to buy a brand new Benz, and then you see a second-hand Kia, and you pay the money for the brand new Benz to get the
Mm-hmm.
second-hand Kia. You are selling yourself short.
Mm-hmm.
I told the story of the other day. A guy called me. This was like 7 years ago. He said armed robbers came to their house, and he had just married this woman who had a 19-year-old daughter. He just got married to her about 6 months prior, and the armed robbers wanted to have their way with the daughter.
Mm.
And the mother screamed, no, 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 no. You can have me instead. See,
Oh wow.
in his heart, he was just like, no, not my wife. So in his heart,
Obviously.
he, so at the end of the day, police came or something, so the armed robbers had to leave. So at the end of the day, they ended up not doing anything to anyone. But he now started feeling bad that he actually wished it was the daughter, not his wife. So
Mm.
he called me and asked me if he was a bad person for having those thoughts. And I'm like, brother, you only just met this girl 6 months ago. The first question I asked her, see, does she call you daddy?
Mm.
He said no.
Mm. So that connection
Then I'm
is not
like,
yet there.
why should you feel bad?
Mm.
Your wife did the right thing standing up for her daughter.
Daughter, yeah.
But you cannot understand it because you are
Mm.
standing up for your wife
Mm-hmm.
who is now standing up for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So
True.
you are now feeling like, because a man is ready to sacrifice himself for his woman,
Mm.
but, but the woman is now ready to sacrifice herself for a daughter that he barely knows and barely knows him and is not a V. He said to me that if the girl were a V, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
he would have understood that, okay, let's protect this girl. You understand? Let's protect this girl from the trauma. She's never done it before.
Right.
But she did do you understand? She's not
I take no. I take
she
no say they do
the mother told, I think she had an issue with her boyfriend or something. So he knew, when a woman don't, he knew. I forgotten what story he told me over it, but he knew that the girl done the waka.
Okay.
You understand? So a girl that doesn't, so now look at the dilemma. So here's a guy who has never been married before, decided to marry a woman that has a daughter.
Right.
And then the woman was ready to sacrifice herself for the daughter. So he
Daughter.
was like, it really affected him. He
Oh.
felt like a bad person. But then at the end of the day, he said that if the armed robbers had agreed and touched her, he for divorce her.
Mm. Really?
So, yeah, he will have divorced the woman because he's like, they didn't come after you, they came after somebody else. And you now threw yourself into the mix. Say the thing don't get, they don't dare as it be. You understand that? This woman is, first of all,
If he does that,
she's,
then he doesn't love her.
you see, I want us to talk about this Oyinbo people's M&B love that we read about.
Mm-hmm.
Love is an illusion. You understand what I'm telling you?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you truly love me and I cheat on you, you should not leave me now.
Right.
So if you leave a man that cheats on you, that means you never loved him.
What do you mean? Why should he cheat in the first place?
Mm-mm, mm-mm. You saying that the man leaving the woman
Mm-hmm.
means he never loved her.
Because she stood up
I'm
for, she did it for a justified cause. She did it
good,
for her daughter.
good. Let me tell you a story. There is a man who there's a woman who I don't know has PCOS. You know
Mm-hmm.
what PCOS? So she like has her cycle almost the whole month. So the husband never gets to sleep with her. So he had an affair out of frustration. The woman now called me and said her husband has an affair.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, but what do you really expect him to do? He's in his 30s. He's young. You don't give this thing to him. It's not like where you don't give him, you substitute and say, okay, let me give you Bola GAK Uncle BJ. You don't do anything. You are too lost in, and then you are saying that he cheated on you. Do you understand? So can you tell me that that guy cheating on her is not justified? Sometimes men cheat for whatever reason. If you love him, why are you breaking up with him? What happened to the love? The same love you're expecting him to have for you after somebody else has violated you in front of him. You are saying, if he leaves, that means he never loved you. That's an illusion of love. Because there are some men that can never touch their women again.
Yes, true.
If somebody else touched them and they find out.
True.
Forget love. That's how they are wired.
Mm-hmm. That's the
Do
way
you understand?
it
They
just
can
happens
never.
to be that we live in that kind of world. But another thing
There's
I want to bring your attention to is,
mm,
so it is okay for, you are indirectly saying that it's okay for a man to cheat and it's not okay for a woman to cheat. That the phrase.
no, it's not okay for anybody to cheat.
Thank
But I'm
you.
just saying that. But I'm just saying that a person can cheat on you and still love you. So that idea of this love, that idea of this love that we read about inside textbook is wrong. Is an illusion. It doesn't exist. Real love. I was watching a documentary or some of this Instagram stuff, and the guy was asking his girlfriend, "Can you cheat on me?" And the girl said, "Yes, I can. But what I do is I make sure I surround myself with barriers. I make sure I do this, I do this, I do this. Because if the opportunity presents itself, you will cheat." You understand what I'm telling you? And men know how to play the long game. All of you that think your wives cannot cheat, Baba, women cheat easier and faster than men. I'll tell you why. A woman would start cheating without knowing. A man is more intentional when it comes to cheating. I like this girl. I want to come. A woman is looks at you, thinks, this guy no bad, but then cautions herself. Then you start saying the right things. You
Because they are moved by words.
let me tell you, let me tell you how to get a woman the easiest way. Her kids, her career. As in, call a married woman in her husband's house every day and ask her about her career and give her advice on her career
Don't
and
catch
help her
them.
career grow. You go knock him.
Don't check them. Don't catch them. First
You go
hand
knock
catching.
him. Because one thing that husbands usually fail to do is actually sit down with their wives' careers and actually invest the time needed.
True.
So, for instance, if you are the one calling her and helping her do flyers for her business or helping her scale up her business or advising where she can get a loan from
Getting
or
involved in her
getting involved
kids.
in her kids' life, leave kids. So that business is number one. That her career, say she's a nurse. You now called and said, you know what? Why don't you do this course? That one of my friends is a nurse and she did this course and she got a higher salary and it's just a 3 month course. You can do it. You understand? And she does it and gets that higher salary. But
Don't finish.
it don't
Gold
finish.
medal.
Now, this woman is getting attached to you. Before you know, she go begin to compare her husband with you.
Right. True.
If it was daily now, he will not say such a because sometimes husband will look you say, you want to go and do 3 month course. Who are you going to leave the kids with? Now, the daily way they outside where they give you advice, he doesn't have to come and help you drive children to school in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So the burden is going to be put on your husband. So the husband has every right to complain, but you see it as he's not supporting me. He's not involved in my career. So many of you, especially those of you that are abroad and you are very busy, and you come home from that your two double shift where you do and you crash. Baba, if your wife get colleague for work, we won't knock him. He go knock him. One guy told me something, said that he freeze. Of all marriages abroad, 80% of Nigerian women abroad have cheated on their husbands because the
You should,
women are lonely.
yeah, you should speak for the lonely ones, not for the ones that have their men with them.
And the fact that your man is with you, the fact that your man sleeps on the same bed with you, the fact that your man is in your life with you, does not mean that your man is with you, but he wants to watch football and drink beer. Your man is with you, he's with you every day, but he wants to play PS5.
It depends. It depends on what your. I mean, everything is just programmed. It depends on what your relationship is with your man. If you people talk like friends,
Listen
okay,
to me.
you and your
Pray.
Iyawo now.
Uh,
You and your Iyawo now.
uh,
I see the way you guys, you guys are like friends. Do you understand? It just depends on how you started. How you started. Some
yes.
people don't have time to, taste the waters, like, do vacations and all that. Some people don't know how to spice up their marriages. That is why they fall a victim of such circumstances.
But whether you see, there are some things that as a man you need to be able to do that is hard for you to do abroad. For
Right.
Niger, me, I can talk, say, my
Mm-hmm.
wife no get male friend, and I go put my foot down.
Well,
Abroad, they go say you are possessive, you are
yeah.
controlling, you are
Mm-hmm.
paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? They
Mm-hmm.
will tell you, say, you are paranoid, you are possessive, you are toxic. For Niger, you feel you can get away with it.
True.
You understand?
Mm-hmm. But
So
yeah, they get definition for them.
definition for him. So sometimes because man no one collect label, he knows that this relationship that his wife is involved in
Mm-hmm.
is a bad relationship and
Right.
can take a turn.
Mm-hmm.
It can take a turn.
Mm-hmm.
He no go fit talk. Baba, hmm, abroad marriages, from the people I don't talk to, I can put it easily at 80% of Nigerian women
I'm telling
abroad
you
have
that some
cheated.
of these men, they have problem. Their wife's birthday will pass, they will not celebrate their wife's birthday. Do you know? Mother's
Now,
Day will pass, they will not celebrate. I'm telling you, all these little
now,
things they
now,
matter.
now,
Eh?
there's what you call the chicken before the egg, or the egg before the chicken dilemma. Which came first, the chicken
Mm-hmm.
or the egg? Sometimes when a man does not celebrate his wife's birthday, it might look to you as an action, but it's actually a reaction to what the woman has done. Baba, e get the way woman no go they make you happy, but the two of them they pay bill together. So
Okay.
you are staying in the marriage not because you love her. You are staying in the marriage because you need a two income household.
True.
So at that point, you don't care about birthdays, you don't care about Mother's Day. You just want the basics. Let us just pay these bills and raise these kids.
Hmm.
So when a man, because there's no way, if you love a woman and the woman is doing you well, you would care about what makes her happy. The moment you stop to care, it means say when I don't turn roommate.
Exactly.
And I have a
The
lot of those.
housemates.
Baba, I have a lot of those, my sister. I have a lot of them that call me, especially the women and the men too. Baba, once that abroad no easy for marriage. Oh.
Ah,
Forget say you and your wife. wife dey good.
Loud, I'm not talking with low voice.
The day you meet your wife's therapist and you can hypnotize your wife's therapist, may he tell you what your wife tell him. That day you go end marriage. Because some women that are normal at home, just to balance their head, they are cheating. And Nigerian women are not. Igbo woman go tell you, say, I cheated. I'm sorry. Nigerian woman go do mother of God give you.
I
Someone
don't
said
know.
if you are
I don't know.
promiscuous,
So
you'll
they
be
speak in
promiscuous
tongues. You
everywhere.
go, they
You
fear.
see, you see, somebody said if you are promiscuous, we're not talking about promiscuous people. Let me tell you a story here. There was a girl I met in my university. No story, I no tell her. This girl no gree me hold her hand. One child, one divorce later. I begin to bench this girl.
Really?
A girl that normally did not allow me to hold her hand. When life don't show him, Baba, I don't believe. The first time I bet, I said, "Now me, this girl, way to greet us hard those days for uni. Life don't
Loneliness.
show him." So you see, women don't have intercourse because they are promiscuous. It is men that have intercourse because they are promiscuous. Women have intercourse because they are lonely, because they feel neglected. Doesn't mean that they are doing it for the
Thank you.
pleasure
Chichi
of
just said
the
it. Emotional
disconnection.
disconnection.
It,
Yeah.
it is it's not every woman that goes to get gratification, say, I want to release. No. Some women just want that, oh, he finds me attractive. You understand? He compliments me. Wow. You understand? Especially when you can't bench and finish. You can't tell him nice things, or you do things when your husband no do to him. She's not enjoying it. She's enjoying the fact that somebody is rating her this much. Because for house, the husband just sometimes the husband will just tell her and say, look at your stomach. The only two children you born, now your stomach got big like this.
Yes. They know how to do
Make
it.
I tell you one story. I walked into a shop one day, I needed a favor. The woman there was pregnant. Married woman. Oh. To get the favor I needed, I can't begin to psych the woman, say, you are looking so beautiful. Wow, you're so radiant. Now, nonsense I did talk. Oh. I just wanted her to approve something for me. This woman fell in love with me.
Loneliness is real.
Inside marriage with Bele, I'm not making this story up.
She might not even have a husband, though. Don't be
She
deceived.
has a husband, but it was later that we now started talking. Because I just noticed that I could just wake up for morning, see 2 missed calls from her. When she born, she called me to tell me, say she born. You know, there were things that she used to call me to tell me, and I was like, what's it concern me with this? She don't fall in love. Say she no leave, because she just said that compliment where I make for her. Say in the last 5 years, the husband never tell her, say she.
Imagine. Can you just imagine?
You understand? So now this is Nigeria, where you have the support of your mother-in-law, your sister. That abroad where, especially if you go, you get some states where you go.
Only them.
Only
Only
you and
them
that
and
your husband.
the
We
man.
never they talk.
You and that your wicked husband.
Like say you go that kind Alabama,
Hey.
Alaska. Say they live for those kind places.
Reality
Baba,
checking.
the husband will stay inside room with you every
You
day.
could
They
just be like,
mess.
say they live with spirit.
Well, I don't talk fast like this. Make I go sleep. I don't try. What's your name again, my
Right.
sister? I enjoy talking to you. What's your
My
name?
name is Obi
Oh,
Obianuju.
Obianuju.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank you
so
very much.
much. It was nice talking to you. Bye.
Good night.